Hello guys, today I decided to make a guide for dual blade. The reason why I decided to do this is because, a lot of people ask me about how to build a dual blade. And today we'll be talking about, dual blade stat distribution, um, skill build, and what the class is good for. So let's talk about what the class is good for. I would say dual blade is the best overall all situation class because he has a very good AoE and decent single to multiple target damage, and not to mention he has something called Dark Sight, so he could conceal himself while attacking. Um, so let's get to skills. Dual Blade's main skills are, you know, let's see, on sixth job, sudden raid, and final cut for extra damage. And I would say mirror image and flash jump. Some people use blade fury. I like using it, and as well as triple stab. I Okay, so for choosing skills wise, why did I choose triple stab instead of fatal blow? It's because of one single reason. A fatal blow, when you use it, there's a cooldown, and you are vulnerable when you're attacking. So you could get hit by the boss, and it's not compared to how fast triple attacks are. Fatal blow is not fast enough to match the speed of triple attack. So in the end, triple attack does more damage. And mirror image is no brainer. You get about 70% more damage. Final cut, it gives 72% extra damage for 58 seconds, so it's a pretty good skill to use. Sudden raid, I would say this skill comes handy when you're doing dungeons and you're trying to kill a whole load of mobs, but it's not very good against bossing. And for third job, I chose Blade Fury because it gives you so much extra damage, on the cost of the reduction of defense. But because I have 30% VIP buff, I could kind of sustain myself. I wouldn't die that easily. So I decided to use this with triple stab and mirror image and final cut. With those 4 skills, dojo is pretty doable. For dungeon wise, you would want to try using mirror image, sudden attack, triple stab, and sudden raid. But if you're really fragile, you die easily, you might want to put dark side instead of triple stab, and use sudden raid couple of times per every 5 seconds or so. Whatever the cooldown is. So for skill wise, you want to max out. Actually, I'll show you how to set it up. Let's reset it. For first skill, actually you want to get sudden raid. So you want to start with maxing out sudden raid, but this one needs Blade Storm 10, and Blade Storm needs Slash Storm 20, and Slash Storm needs Blaze Storm, which is, where is it? Yeah, here you go, Blade Storm. So let's start with 20 of these. Here's 20. Now I could use Slash Storm, and for Bloody Storm I need 20 Slash Storms. So I'll put 20 here. And now I could use Slash Storm. But in order to get sudden raid, you need to get 10 Bloody Storm or higher. So I'll put 10 here. And max out sudden raid. Now we need to get final cut, and in order to get final cut you need owl spirit, and it's on the 5th job, and you need disorder 5 or higher. So we're going to put 5 disorder and go to owl spirit, and I think I need 5, I believe. Yep, 5. So I'll put 5 here. And then I'll max out final cut. Okay, the next thing you want to max out is mirror image, and it needs Blade Fury 5 or higher. And Blade Fury is over here. And it needs Katana Booster 10 or higher. So Katana Booster should be right over here. Nimble Body 5 or higher, so I need to put 5 on Nimble Body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 10 on Katana Booster. 10 here. And then I need to put, let's see how many I need. 5 on Blade Fury. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then max out mirror image. Now you want to max out triple stab, and in order to max out triple stab you need to have 10 on double stab. So 10 on this, 10 points here, and then go to triple stab and max it out. There you go. Now with the leftover points, you could put, a couple on, or max it out, max flash jump out for convenience. It sometimes becomes very helpful. I would put it up there, but before I do anything, I want to max out Blade Fury. If you want to dojo, as I said before, it gives you so much boost. I'm going to max it out. You could, make a different decision and put it somewhere else, but for me, I decided to put it on Blade Fury. And then I would say I would at least need one on Dark Side. And when I get to the final job, I want to put a couple on Venom because it gives you extra DPS, damage over second, damage over time, dot. So in order to get this one, you need 5 on Advanced Dark Side or higher. So in order to get Advanced Dark Side, you need 10 on Dark Side. So you put 10 on Dark Side here. Right there. And you put 5 here. And then with the leftover points, you can max this out, or you could put it on Flash Jump or Shadow Resistance for more HP and, status resistant. Or you could put it on Mastery. But for me, I decided to max out Flash Jump and put the rest of the points on Venom. That's all. So finally, let's talk about dual blade stats. As I said, not as I said, but just like skill building, stat building, you have to do it based on how you're going to play your character. There's no right or wrong about it. Okay, unless you put it on, useless stats. But there's no right or wrong about it. And, depending on where you want to use it, you could go. Some people say full dex or full strength, but I don't recommend that. I mean, not full strength, but full luck or full dex. But I don't really recommend that because you want to have 100% crit rate. You don't have to have 100%, maybe 90% is good enough. But I really like to, see those crits going off. So for dual blade, the stat for crit is int. And you need to test them, manually. I'll make a video about it, you know, video about how to optimize the stats for each class. So please have a look at that. But for now, I decided to kind of optimize my character instead of going full defense mode. So I put dex until I didn't miss the monsters on advanced dungeons. And for int, I put stats on int until I got about 95% crit rate. And for luck, I just put the rest of the points over there. But as I said, there's no right or wrong. You could, make changes within the skill build or stat build. So, last thing I want to just point out is that even for skills, if you like, if you like to put it on, like, let's see, if you want to use Chain of Hell, you could do it. You could use any of these skills, but this is the most damage dealing skill. If you care about if you care about your DPS, you might want to go with this build. A lot of people ask questions about Chains of Hell. Before I have resetted skills and tried to go max on Chain of Hell, but it's not very good. It does not do enough damage, and there's also cooldown, which makes it even worse. So I don't recommend you to go through Chain of Hell, chains, because it's just terrible. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll be making other videos or videos on Merc stats, Kaiser stats, and maybe mechanic if I learn about it. Check out my other videos, and if you found this video helpful, please press like and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching, guys.